you all have been waiting for. So if you're just tuning into our live, I am here with a very special person. So again, to introduce myself, my name is Allegra Wells, and I am the executive assistant to Black Golf Directory. Today, I will be interviewing Miss Jamie Taylor, who is the founder and CEO of Black Golf Directory. So, if you all didn't know, this is our second annual virtual career fair, and we're so excited to share with you the opportunities that we have. All right, are you ready, Miss Jamie?
I'm ready.
All right. So, this is the question that I guess is more common. So, what was your overall purpose in starting Black Golf Directory virtual career fair? And why is it so important for African American golfers to know about this platform?
So the purpose of the virtual career fair was to, I guess, give out the information to as many people of color about what the golf industry has to offer in regards to internships and careers. Because growing up in the game myself, I never knew, about internships, even though I was a golfer and played high school golf, college golf. I never once saw any, internship opportunities that were available at my college that I went to. I went to a PWI, private white institution. So therefore, I figured if I didn't know about them, there's probably many others that look like me that didn't know about them. And having worked for the LPGA, that's actually kind of where I figured out there was a problem. Working there, I noticed there were just, very few applicants of color for the internship opportunities as well as jobs, there. And so on the one hand, I'm thinking, was LPGA doing something wrong? But on the other hand, I'm like, if I didn't know about these things, probably so many others don't. And this is why there's so few of us applying. So the concept behind the virtual career fair was if I can make it accessible to as many people out there to learn about the careers and internships that exist out there in the golf industry, whether you're a golfer or not, that would be a way to help that make the talent pool more diversified. And the companies that I've reached out to in the past, last year, I think I had, PGA of America, PGA Tour, LPGA, USGA, AJGA, and Youth on Course. All of them, when I went to them and said, hey, do you think this is something you'd be willing to do? Because I think they really want to get this education and learn about what you have to offer. There was a resounding yes.
Good. Wow. That's amazing. And one thing I want to add to that, I'm glad that you created this platform because I know when I was in high school, about to go to college, I was searching for golf opportunities. I was searching from in and out, and I couldn't really find specifically what I wanted. But until I found out about your site, I'm like, wow, like, you have a lot of companies like the First Tee, Youth on Course, LPJ, that have a lot of opportunities that I'm glad that your platform shows that, hey, this is like your platform is an easier outlet to access. So I'm definitely glad that you created this because this definitely helps. And I'll talk about my experience because you all, Black Golf Director, did help me in my LPJ experience. So I can talk about that when I'm done interviewing you.
Oh, no, I mean, go ahead. I'd love for you to share it because I think that's the whole point of this, right? Like how you and I connected. In fact, that's why I was glad to have you do this with me and be a part of my team because you are a benefactor of this event and this has only been 1 year. So please share with the audience how you learned about your internship and then what you actually did and where you worked.
Okay, so I'm going to rewind back to last year. I believe it's around October, November of last year. I found out about Black Golf Director because my golf course actually had your flyers out, and so they told me, they were like, check this out. Miss Jamie Taylor, she created this, and this is just a good platform for African American golfers to not only grow the game of golf, but learn opportunities as far as like career wise. So I picked up your pamphlet and I followed you on Instagram, and got your email and everything. And I told myself that if I did want to work at the LPGA, I did want to career at the LPGA. And so when I seen when I seen the job postings, you had, I think maybe like three for the LPGA. I went ahead and applied for them, and those were full-time positions that I applied for. And so I just remember me telling myself that I don't care what it is, I'm just going to apply to all of them. Even if I'm not qualified, I told myself that I'm still going to put myself out there. And so I applied to all 3 LPJ positions that were open. And the thing that stood out to me the most was that they stressed that they wanted people of color, more diversity on their team. So I told myself, I was like, well, what am I waiting for? And so it was some positions I applied for the LPGA that that I wasn't qualified for at the time, but I actually contacted Miss Jamie and I said, hey, Miss Jamie, if you know anybody at the LPGA, I just want my start. I want my foot in the door. And I told her that I'm willing to do any and everything to get this position. So after I applied for the LPGA, I talked to the HR lady, Miss Leah, and she walked with me through everything the LPGA does. This is back in October. And I know she told me, she said, hey, I want you to keep in contact with me. And because at the time, positions weren't really open around October, but they became open, I believe, January of this year. And so when I applied to the positions, I know it was some that I was underqualified for. So, I just wanted them to know who I was. So I was persistent. I kept emailing you. I think I kept emailing you, Ms. Jamie, like every other week, asking you like, hey.
That's true, you did.
I was like, hey, did they say anything, any openings for the LPGA, anything as far as maybe a part-time or internship? I literally was being persistent. So I remember in April, no, I'm sorry, I said that back. It was March. Miss Leah actually got me connected with different departments in the LPGA, like the LPGA Pros, LPGA AMs, and they actually had me to interview with some of like the members there, just to talk to them so they can know who I am and know what position fits best for me. And so I talked to two or three people. But at the time, I know that they said that they were looking for interns. So basically, they required people to intern with them before applying, before actually doing a full-time job. So in April, that's when Miss Leah, she granted me the internship. She said, well, Allegra, if you're interested, it's a 2-month internship for the LPGA that I have. And she was like, if you're interested, let me know. So I definitely emailed her back and said, hey, I'm ready. I'm interested. And that's how I secured if I'm not missing, if I've included everything, that's how I secured my LPGA internship. You always being persistent. And I'm not going to lie, if it wasn't for Black Golf Directory, I would not know these opportunities. So I thank you, Ms. Jamie, because that really put me in the right step, in the right direction to start my golf career. So yes.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate your kind words. And I'm glad you would, one, share that testimony today, but two, that you were able to, benefit, because, that's what it's all about, is helping someone like yourself that, wants to get in the industry, figure out how to do it, and then hopefully get a position, whether internship or career job. So, with that said, what else did you want to know?
Yes. So, the second question I wanted to know, who is your target audience?
So the target audience this year is a little bit different. Last year we just focused on internships and apprenticeships because, again, I was trying to target a group that, may be getting into the workforce, as well as this time of year is actually the best time to apply for internships because by the spring, the internships are filled for the spring and summer. So a lot of applications are becoming available now or late winter. So that's the purpose of promoting internships. However, as everybody has seen, you can go to McDonald's, everybody's looking to hire. And so there are actual career opportunities. So the target market this year is expanded. It starts as young as 14 because there are certain companies that have internships for teenagers, and then it expands all the way to however old you are in the workforce, because there's, senior level positions and entry level positions as well available at these various companies. So really anyone can attend this. And even if you're younger than 14, is still a good thing to expose younger kids to, because one thing I can say, playing golf as a junior, the only thing I knew about golf was to play golf for a living or work at a golf course. Outside of that, I didn't have a clue as to what I could do as a person who loves the game of golf. So now, having worked in the industry for 23 years, I've done so many things, and that's because I had to kind of learn through trial and error what opportunities that exist outside of the traditional roles that people think of when they think of golf.
Right. And I'm just to add on to that, I'm glad that you said that it's more positions. Any age group, it's positions out there, because I know a lot of kids who are not maybe like seniors in high school, maybe they're younger, they're probably wondering like, where do I fit in? Like with stuff like that. So I'm glad that you said that it's opportunities for every age group.
Yep.
Just to get that foot in the door.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's a really great thing. And I know a lot of people think that a lot of people don't think that people think when they think of golf, they think the professional side, but it's more careers to golf. Do you get what I'm saying? So,
no, you're 100% right. I mean, to your point, I am an LPGA certified pro. However, you don't have to be a golfer at all to work in the golf industry. I was really surprised, and I'm sure you felt the same when you came to LPGA, but the bulk of the employees that work at these companies, these global companies in golf, are not golfers. They, have a background in HR and accounting and law degrees. And so, the bulk of my colleagues that worked there were not golfers. And some of them, they were, it was their first exposure to golf working for the company. So they didn't even really have exposure to work, going to a golf course prior to coming to work for the company. And so just making the point to what you were saying, I want to make sure people understand when they sign up for this virtual career fair or share this information that, anyone can apply for these jobs. This is not, you don't have to come in with any golf knowledge, but if you're good at, like I said, whatever area that you're in, whether it's marketing, creative, graphic design, video, the list goes on, journalism, you should definitely consider a job in the golf industry because one, there are some perks. You could possibly learn golf. And two, it exposes you to something that you may not even know you have a love for.
Right. Okay. Yes, I'm glad you said that. So you all in the chat section, you don't have to be a golfer to get into these opportunities. If you have, let's say, cousins, daughters, sons, anybody who's looking for a career in golf, they don't have to be a golfer. They can just be enthusiastic about learning more about the golf industry because it's a lot to it and it's actually fun. You will be surprised where this game will take you. That's one thing I can say. All right. So my third question that I'm going to ask you is, what do you want people to gain from attending this event that we have?
So I want them to gain the knowledge that's going to be shared in this event. And this is stuff that you will never get if you just, Google search or YouTube a video. You're going to hear from the actual HR team, whether it be the HR director or a recruitment person, and former interns or current employees. Are going to get some inside scoop on how to be a viable candidate, what they're looking for in the applications when you complete the application for a job or internship, what they look for an interview, because ultimately that's what you all need to know. And so the questions that we ask them are, very specific. Obviously, with careers in golf, salary varies, but we do ask specifically, what do you pay an intern? Do they have to find a place to live? Do you have remote internships or remote careers? Now that we're in this space of a pandemic, those are things that we're going to be addressing. But the key things are really about, how to the do's and the don'ts when it comes to applying for positions in the golf industry. There's some of them are very, simple and it applies to every industry, and some are things that maybe, you've never heard of before, and you can say, oh, wow, like if I apply to any job, I probably should do this next time. So those are the things you're going to get from it, and I hope you take away so that when you apply for your next career, whether it be, like I said, a job or an internship, you'll be able to feel more equipped to do it.
Okay. Sounds all right now. Okay. So my fourth question is, what are some companies that have participated in the past, and what can attendees expect for this year?
So this year, and we're actually doing this now, so apologies if there's any weird background noise. Last year we had everybody sign up ahead of time, which we still encourage you to do, because if you sign up for free for this event, like I said, any age, any background, you'll still get access to the recording of the interviews from all the different companies that you can watch in your leisure. But we're going to be doing them live. So what we're doing now, we're actually on many platforms. We're on Instagram right now, which is why my eyes are diverted all over the place. We're on YouTube right now. We're on LinkedIn right now. We're on Facebook right now, all at the same time, which I'm not going to lie. Allegra and I, we are like learning all this, but we pull it off hopefully kind of well. So
Right, yeah,
we're going to have this live interviews. And so if you sign up, you're going to get reminders for the actual live interviews. And during those live interviews, you'll have an opportunity to ask questions to those people from the represented companies, so that, you know, we're not just, I mean, we have our canned questions to ask, but of course it's great to hear from you all. So it's really important that you register, because then you'll know when to log on. You'll get the recordings, and then you'll also get reminders for when the application due dates are, specifically for internships. But then maybe we'll also include some of the current open positions that they have from these different companies they're trying to fill. And I can tell you right now, all these companies are looking for diverse employees. So, you know, whether you have limited experience or you just, like I said, never been working golf, never golfed, like this is the time to apply. So this is a way for you to kind of figure out what's out there, what golf companies exist. I know for those of you who may not be golfers, you don't even know some of the companies out there. I know we threw out a bunch of acronyms earlier, but you'll learn what each of those acronyms stood for. And this year, we're also going to have, we're going to have golf equipment companies. We're going to have golf publication companies. We're going to have junior golf companies. So we're going to have way more than we did last year as far as variety of things in golf. So I'm excited because it's turning out better than I expected, the people that are going to be on the roster. And we'll be announcing those next week. So stay tuned to our all of our social media pages to see all the companies that are going to be coming to present at this career fair.
Yes. Well, yes, everybody, make sure you all stay tuned, because we, just like she said, we will have save recordings. So if you can't make it to see this one to its entirety, you can always pull it up on our page, because we'll make sure we'll save these live recordings so that you all can really gain this information, because this information that we're offering it's very important. You know, I really feel like this is the time to apply. And whoever wants to apply, just don't think that it's for you. Apply. Like, don't think you're underqualified. Just apply. You just never know. So, okay. So my last question. So what we want to know, how can people register for Black Golf Directories virtual career fair?
So starting today, I have on all of our platforms, again, they're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. I have, and also you can go to the website. You can register today for free. It's a simple short form that you have to fill out. And once you do it the one time, that's all you need to do. That'll give you access to all of the interviews. So right now we're going to probably have at least 5 to possibly 10 interviews over a period of 2 weeks. So definitely apply today, because I know if you're like me, you're going to say, oh, this sounds great, and then move on for the rest of the day and then not remember to do it. So I'm telling you right now, as soon as we're done with this interview or while we're doing this, click off. I don't care. Sign up today so you can get the reminders for the live interviews and all of that. The actual career fair will take place the week of September 27th through October 8th. So it's a 2-week time frame. It's very tight. But the plan is just to almost every day or every other day have interviews live for you all to kind of see. It's only 1 hour each of the interviews. And like I said, that includes a Q&A session with some of these industry lead people that hire people. So ultimately you're going to have direct access to the HR team through these live interviews, so that you can ask questions and really find out what you need to know if you're interested or know someone that's interested in being in the game. So that's again, repeating, September 28th through September 27th through October 8th. You can register on blackoffdirectory.com, which is the website, or you can get to that same link through this Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook.
All right. Well, you all heard her. Make sure you all apply. You all have was that a good week or two? For the
weekend. We're on the weekend, Allegra.
So make sure you all apply, and then again, we'll be posting a lot, so you all cannot forget to apply for these amazing opportunities. So I'm glad that we had this live. Just again, to test technical difficulties were on my part, not Miss Jamie. So I'm just clarifying that she was good. It was on me, you all. So but I'm glad that I was able to interview Miss Jamie, because this is a great opportunity for a lot of people, especially people of color, to know about. And were there any more questions that you want to add on, or comments that you want to add on, Miss Jamie, to the people?
The only thing I want to end with is, obviously some people on this may already have a job, or you may already, be comfortable where you are. And so I just ask that you consider those that you may know that may need to be looking for something new, to share the information. I know you have your own personal stuff on your page, but you can share. Like I said, if you sign up for free, you'll get an email, which you can forward that way. You don't have to necessarily share it on social media. But however, just share the information, because the main thing is we really want to help flood all these companies with Black and brown people who are obviously qualified for these positions, and they just seem like they don't know where to find us. So I'm telling them they're going to find us this way, or through this webinar. So please share, please sign up so you can get the email reminders. And if you have any questions, you can also put those in the registration, because I do allow for you to add additional questions to make sure that we address everything that you want to know regarding working in the golf industry.
All right. So you all spread the word. And actually, we have in the comment section. Did you read it to you, Miss Jamie? Did you?
I'll go right ahead.
Okay. So let me see. Diamonds. I think it's Diamonds OT. Y'all don't know how to say that.
Yeah, Diamonds on the Green in Maryland.
Oh, that was great. Okay. That's great to know. I would like to know, if possible, the percentage of minorities are in marketing and branding. That's a good question.
You'd like to know if it's possible, the percentage. I don't know that I have a percentage of that specifically. But you're saying if you want to market, I'm not sure. If you could actually email me that question, or at least send it in a DM, because I'd have to make sure I'm answering it correctly. I don't want to misspeak, especially on a live interview. So yeah, just be clear. I just want to clarify what you're saying as far as if you want to market your business is what you're saying, or what your question is. So please send me a DM. I can give you some direct information about that. But I do have opportunities if they're asking about marketing their business to the audience. I do have some paid opportunities for advertising for businesses that want to share any opportunities they have that aren't part of the career fair. So please DM me at Black Off Directory, or you can email me at info@blackoffdirectory.com.
All right. So basically that wraps up our live, everybody. I'm glad that you all have tuned in to the live and to see what opportunities that we have. And I'm just going to close out with, I'm forever grateful for Black Off Directory, just for this opportunity. So if I can do it, you all can do it. So.
All right. Great job, Allegra.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Hey, Mom. Okay.